I tell you, this meatloaf recipe is good down to the first bite to the last. Please stay tuned as I show you step by step how I make my famous meatloaf recipe. This is Chef Finest Wine. For being here. If the spirit leads you to hit the subscribe button, it will be much appreciated. I have here my ingredients for my meatloaf. We're going to make sure that we have our breadcrumbs. What I did, I just took some slices of bread and shredded them up and put them in the oven. I got eggs, green bell peppers, red bell peppers. I have smoked applewood marinade mix, ground turkey, Louisiana hot sauce. Make sure you have a big glass bowl, cayenne pepper, beefy onion soup mix. I also have gourmet Cajun seasoning. I have oregano. The oregano I'm going to put on these bread slices here, right here. And then we're going to season them up real well and put it in the oven. This is going to be approximately 1 tablespoonful of oregano. And then I am going to season it with the Tony's. Hey, yo, check this out. As we shake it like a salt shaker, shake it like a salt shaker, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like a salt shaker, That's enough of the oregano. At this point, we are going to add, I said our Tony's, about approximately 1/2 a tablespoonfuls of Tony's, okay? Spread it all around those breadcrumbs. We're going to toss those around real good and make sure the seasoning gets on each piece. I'm going to also season it with my onion powder. I have some garlic powder and then probably my Cajun gourmet seasoning. Hey, look, I'm one of them old school cooks where I don't measure a thing. I eyeball everything and I just make it do what it do. That's how you get your flavor in your recipe. That's how you know you made it out of love. And shit, put your toenails in that sucker. Look, I told y'all I was going to add that gourmet Cajun spice seasoning. So, got a lot of flavor to it. I got it from Strike and Van Til. I think no more than $2. So, I got my money's worth. What you think? Next, we're going to place these in the oven for a good 10 minutes on 350 degrees. So at this time, we're going to chop up our green bell peppers and our red bell peppers. Just basically getting the meatloaf prepared. And we're going to chop up the onion as well. And we're going to saute it in the skillet with some butter. Before we saute our vegetables, of course, we're going to season our vegetables real good with the seasonings that you see. The reason I do add bell peppers to my meatloaf is strictly for color. You know, if it looks good, you know, people will eat it, all right? And also for added flavor. Okay, here's our onion, man. I was scared to use this onion because it was a recall on onions on the news. So I'm praying before I eat it for sure. And you know that heat will kill anything on it anyway if there is something on it. So if you do decide to make my recipe and record it, please make sure that you could tag me in the video, contact me to let me know that you're doing it. And shoot, I appreciate it. The skillet is ready to go, so we about to oil this sucker down, put the vegetables in there, stir it around, make it do what it do. If you're watching this and you haven't shared out the video, please consider sharing this video out. And make sure you hit the like button on your way in. Much love. We're only sauteing these vegetables enough for them to become translucent. And we're going to check our breadcrumbs. That's the consistency that we want for those. Nice little color. We're going to drop those in our bowl and start adding our ground turkey and all the other ingredients like the egg and the vegetables and things like that. No cap, for a minute there, it looked like I was finna start making some dressing. I fooled y'all. If there's any recipes that you guys are interested in learning how to make, want to see me make for the holidays, please leave a comment down below and let me know exactly what that is, or even send me an email. I did add crushed red pepper for a nice little kick to it and more flavor. I tried to use this little small bowl, but I had so much meat I had to transfer into a larger pan. This is actually going to be our pan that we bake our meatloaf in. So just go ahead and mix that around real good. You see all those beautiful colors and all those flavors. This is coming together real nicely. Share this video out. Man, you won't be disappointed, most definitely. As you can see, I'm just playing with this. I'm eyeballing everything. Like, I don't know what the recipe honestly is going to be before I make it. I just make it do what it do. You know, I'm adding some soul food seasoning now, and then I'm going to eventually add some brown sugar. So please hold tight to this recipe. Write it down if you have to. You will not regret it. I added approximately about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now here's where we're going to start forming our meatloaf into almost looking like a football. Okay, let me tell y'all what I did. I took the meat out the pan because I had to oil it down, so I cleaned it out. And there's the meatloaf. We're going to actually put it in here, oil our pan down real good, and we're going to put it back in here. We're going to add a little bit more flavor. You know I'm all about having all that flavor in that meatloaf, so have that extra flavor. We're going to form it too and just start mixing it all together. Check this out. If you notice, I didn't use salt. I didn't use no salt. I'm not a salt person. You know what I'm saying? You could use a lot of things besides salt because some of your seasonings have salt in it, like the soul food seasoning. I'm going to add some beefy onion soup mix to this, but I'm not even going to add the whole bag. I'm just going to add like a little portion of it. Put you some chopped bell peppers on top for decoration. Now, when you are making meatloaf, you want to also make sure that you have a topping for that meatloaf. You could choose between like a tomato paste topping or tomato sauce, or more like a brown onion gravy. I'm making the brown gravy. So right now you see me melting my butter, and then we're going to start adding the other ingredients for our gravy. This is a pretty lengthy process because you have to make sure that you watch it and stir it continually, and not adding too much liquid as well. So stay tuned, guys. Anytime you're creating a roux, you want to make sure that you have butter and flour and some kind of liquid, either chicken broth or hot water, not cold water. We don't prefer cold water. We prefer hot for any kind of roux. That way you can continue to stir it and keep your eye on it. Basically, now I'm allowing it to form like a nice brown color. So you could actually turn your skillet up to a high heat in order to quicken that process. So we want our flour to be like a brown coloring. And then after that, we're going to start adding our chicken broth. At this time, you can turn your heat up to a high heat. That way you could, speed up the process. But again, slowly add your liquid. So now that your gravy and your meatloaf is ready, you could just pour that on top slowly and make sure you cover the whole meatloaf with it. As you can see, it's looking fire. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for watching, and hit the subscribe button.